Hello and welcome to this vlog, which will probably span across a few months. So today is the 4th of July 2021 and I have literally just now started my journey to become a British citizen. So I've lived in the UK for 6 years now, which means that I am eligible to apply for the citizenship. So at the minute, if you have lived here for 5 years, then you can get the settled status, which means you can continue to live and work here and use healthcare and all that. So I can still live here. Brexit isn't really affecting me that much because, like I said, I've got the settled status and that ensures my rights to continue to work and live here. However, I'd like to get the citizenship. There's a few different reasons in my head why, but I'm just going for it. There's a couple of things to do before I can actually submit the application, and the first thing that I sorted tonight is booking my Live in the UK test. So that is a test which covers a lot of different things about the UK, such as the traditions, history, culture. There's a lot to it. I booked that. There's actually quite a lot of different dates available. I could have it literally tomorrow, but obviously I need to prep for it. There's official guide books and tests to prep with. So I booked the test for end of August, 28th of August. That was £50 to book. And then I also bought a pack of 3 of the official books. So those books were £20 in total. Since I booked the test, I've only really sat down to do some studying twice for like maybe 40 minutes at a time. So I really need to catch up. Today's Thursday, but I'm off. I was meant to be going home to Poland actually to visit my family. I've not seen them for ages because of COVID, but the quarantine rules changed in Poland, so anyone arriving from the UK has to quarantine. So there's just no point going there if I can't even leave the house and see anyone. So I just kept 2 days off, so I've got a long weekend. But anyway, yeah, so it's afternoon now. I did some studying before in the morning. I'm on chapter 3 of the books, and now I'm on history. And the way I study is I've got the official books on my iPad, and then I've got a notebook, and I just write down anything that I think I'd like to read over again, and then I take a test at the end of each chapter as well. I have done a lot of progress on my studying. I am currently on page 120 something out of 160 something. So yeah, I think I'm doing well. I've still got over 20 days until the test, so I should finish going through the material in the next couple of days, and then I'll start going through the tests book. I think the first thing I'll do is, after I've gone through the whole book, I will just take a test without revising, just to see how I do with what's just in my head. I've got quite a good memory, so I will remember like the main things, events and everything. What I may not remember is like dates or like specific names of events. That's something I will need to revise, but I'd like to test myself first and then revise properly and do more tests. So today is the day of the test. I had to go to Liverpool in the morning to do it, and I passed, but I forgot to film. I think it's because I was a bit stressed and I don't know, I was just like busy, I didn't want to be late, and now I'm out in Chester. But yeah, I can apply now. Woo! I have finally felt like I've got time to sit down and start digesting that citizenship application. Now, since I passed my test, I've just been busy. I went away and time just gone. Well, it's only been like a couple of weeks actually since I did the test, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But anyway, so yeah, I've not actually even been on the form, and I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how many pages it is. I'm just going to attempt to find it now and have a look at it and see how quickly I can complete it. Oh, found it. Fill in the form online. Apply now. Right, the cost is £1,330. It's a lot of different steps, and they say I can save it and come back to it if I need to, so that's good. Right, so I've been sat here for almost an hour now filling this thing out, and it was all like a lot of personal information and also the requirements I need to meet. And now I got to the part where I thought I would stop, which is the referees. So I need to pick someone like, I don't know, a teacher from my college or like my boss, or it can't be someone who knows me personally. And there's a few other conditions that the referee must meet. I'll give it a couple of minutes of think, and then I'll ask them if they're happy with it, and only then I'll proceed. So basically I messed up and I forgot to vlog the last steps of the application, so I thought I would sit down and cut you up with it. And I'm quite mad at myself for forgetting, because those were the most interesting, and I had to go to Manchester and go to this tower for this meeting. But yeah, so basically the application was online, so after filling each step, the next step would often surprise me loads. For example, what I had to do was gather all the trips in the last 5 years abroad that were longer than 2 days, and I had to know exact dates when I went and when I came. And that was actually quite easy to track, because I keep all my flight itinerary emails, and then my boyfriend does the same, so I was able to track that. It just took quite a lot of time, and then I had to print out referee applications and go and get a passport photo, and I had to put my photo on each of their declarations, and they had to sign them physically. Also, I had to provide all my employment history. Every job after like the first year, it was quite easy, because I had like offers of employment on email, and I knew when I started or finished the job. But the past like maybe 12 months, maybe less, I meant the first 12 months in this country, I worked through an agency that was sending me to this factory that was like for 3 or 4 weeks, and then I started working through a different agency. So I was able to find a date in the messages between me and my sister where I told her about it. But so yeah, I had to do so much digging. But after I filled everything in and I paid, the next steps were to provide some scans. So those scans needed to include those declarations from my referees, also a proof of my degree in English to prove that I can speak English. Otherwise I would have had to do like these official tests, which are that expensive. Letters from the last 5 years from employers, the government, or educational institutions. Now, I don't really keep a lot of letters, and annoyingly last year I went through because I have like a ring binder where I put on my letters that I need to keep, like, so they relate to tax or some health or my car, whatever. And so I went through my ring binder and I binned anything that was older than 2 years. And now it turns out I needed some. So yeah, that was quite difficult, but I was able to collate something like 2 or 3 pieces for every year that I was here. I had to scan all those, and after my application I was redirected to the commercial partner who actually collect the scans. So in the application fee there was a small charge for collecting my biometric information, which was like around £20. But then you are redirected to this commercial partner, you create an account. I also had to book an appointment to have my biometric information taken, so they would take my picture and my fingerprints. Now, booking that appointment, so you could add extra services that are very expensive, such as checking your documents or scanning the documents for you, and all those services were quite expensive. I just went for the basic appointment because I can scan things myself. I know things about resolution and resizing scans, PDFs if they're too big. Like, I didn't need any extras. I just wanted to go there, get my fingerprints taken, and just finish it off. So now I went to book the appointment, the basic appointment, and they were all like charged for. The price ranged from like £70 to £138 or more. There was already a biometric fee in the application, so I didn't understand why do they need to charge me again. It must be to do with the fact that that's a commercial partner, so they want to make their money obviously as well. But I was able to find an appointment for free, the only one in the space of like 2 or 3 weeks that I looked, which was on a Friday afternoon. So I just booked it, took half a day off at work and just went for it. Now the appointment took literally 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. Got there, they took me upstairs, I sat down, so she scanned my barcode for my appointment, my passport, took my fingerprints, took my photo. Now somewhere along the way it told me that I would need to bring passport photos, and then she like scanned through my application and the scans, and she said, oh yeah, they look good quality. I see you've provided what's needed, would you like me to submit? And I said yeah. So now she checked them kind of anyway, just like to see if the scans are there and if they're not like bad quality or anything. So I thought, oh, I got a freebie there. Yeah, so that took literally 5 minutes and I was out of there. It's all done now. So now it's just a waiting game. The Home Office will be in touch with me within 6 months. So I got an email from the Home Office just a couple of months after I submitted the application. It's nothing exciting actually. They're asking me for more documents, and the one thing that they want to see is a proof of my English knowledge, because I submitted my level 6 diploma as the academic proof, but they said they can't use that because it's not a postgraduate diploma, so I have to book a specific type of English knowledge test. So based on the guidance, I thought my diploma would be perfectly fine, and like I've lived here for so long, I've done 2 qualifications at college, I've progressed in my career, so I think it's a bit strange that they still want me to take that test. That's a bit annoying, but I've got to do it. And another thing on that email was they wanted to confirm my details so that when my application is, if my application is approved, and the details that would be displayed on the passport. So I just need to reply and say yes, that's correct, because they took my name, date of birth and place of birth, and they're just making sure if it's correct. I am in Manchester now, and I've just done my B1 English test. I don't know if I passed because the result comes in email within a few days. So the test was like listening and speaking, so I had to listen to things and repeat them, or listen to stories and then tell them in my own words, or answer questions about them. So there was no writing involved, it was just speaking and listening. Please excuse my hair, I've just been to the gym and I put my Christmas jumper back on because this is what I wore to work. But I had to film this update, so I thought it doesn't matter what my hair looks like because this is just a rough vlog, isn't it? So yeah, today while I was at work, I got an email from the Home Office, and my initial plan was to film my reaction when I get the email, but I couldn't wait, you know. It popped up and it said Home Office application update, something like that, and I had to just click on it, okay? And I clicked on it and it said that my application has been approved, so that's great news. So the only thing to do now is I need to book to attend a citizenship ceremony in my local council, and then there I will get the British Citizenship certificate, and then I can use that to get my British passport. So yeah, I've pretty much almost got it. Okay guys, so today is the morning of my citizenship ceremony. So when I called the council, it was just before Christmas, and they told me that someone will be back in touch with me to arrange the ceremony. And I literally heard the next day or 2 days after that. But that was just before Christmas, so they said they'll be in touch after Christmas to arrange it, and it's most likely to take place mid-January. The process was very easy and quick to sort it out with the council. The only thing is that it's on Teams, it's online now. I was really looking forward to take a nice picture and actually go to have it done in person, but they said because of the current situation they do them on Teams. However, if I wanted to wait a bit longer, then they may be able to do it in person. Now logically I thought if anything the restrictions will be tighter, not loosen up because of COVID, so I just thought I'm just gonna do it on Teams. So that is happening in 20 minutes. Okay, I'm all sorted. This took literally 5 minutes. I'm going to work now as a British citizen. I am currently just chilling in my pajamas. So it's been a couple of weeks since I had my citizenship ceremony and I was made a British citizen. And I've not got around to actually filling the British passport application until right now. So it's all done online. I don't need to go anywhere, do anything, even with the picture. So you don't have to actually go to a photographer. You can just take your own picture as long as it meets the criteria for a passport photo. I didn't get around to it until like a couple of days ago. So one day in the office at work when we had like the lamps and equipment out to take some screenshots, headshots, I just jumped in and I had a passport style photo taken, and yeah, I just took the file with me to use for this purpose. There are some, I don't know if it's like that in your country, but like here there's also these like photo booths in supermarkets. So it's literally like a small photo booth. You sit down and you can pay for a passport picture, so it's automatic. The camera will go at the right level and like make sure your head is at the right angle and everything, and then take a picture, and you can have them printed or get a digital code, and then you can use that code to fill in your application online, and the picture will automatically be assigned to your application. Confirm. I've paid. So now what I need to do, to get someone to confirm my identity. Okay, yeah, so I just pick someone to confirm my identity, and then I have to send off my Polish passport and the certificate of naturalization, and then just wait for my passport. So yeah, that's it guys, that was the journey. Now I've got 2 passports. I've got dual citizenship. So this is the British one. It's like dark blue, almost black. Obviously I won't show you the insides because it's got my personal information in there and you never know who's watching, and I always fear that even if I blur things, somehow some people will find a way to unblur them and, I don't know, do some bad things. So yeah, and the Polish one is red. What this means is that I can choose which passport I use if I go abroad, and for example if I go to Poland and I use my British passport to enter Poland, then I'll be treated just as a British citizen. They will not know or care that I've got a Polish citizenship as well if I enter the country with this passport, and that just means there's different rules. And because of Brexit now, as a British citizen you can only stay for so many days in European countries, and you may be asked for a return ticket and also to show that you have enough money for your stay. While if I go, well, not just to Poland but anywhere in Europe with my Polish passport, then I can just stay for as long as I want and they won't be asking me those questions. So that's how it works in brief. I know in some countries you may not be allowed to have dual citizenship, so when you get your second one, the first one will be voided. That's not the case with Poland. Poland allows dual citizenship, so yeah, I can pick which one I use. And just to summarize, I've got numbers here of like how long it took in total and how long it cost. So in total the whole process cost me £1,625.50, and from the day I actually started the process, so from when I booked my test to when I became the citizen, it was 193 days. And then from the day when I booked my test until I got my passport, it was 239 days. So yeah, just like around 6 months to become a citizen, and then around 8 months to get the actual passport. I hope you found this video useful or maybe just interesting. If you have any questions or you would like me to explain anything in more detail, then please let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer those questions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of my new videos. And that's it. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.